This is a second opinion piece on 2-minute tennis tips, how to consistently crush short forehands. Tip number 2, stay away so you aren't jammed. In my previous video, I talked about traditional tennis being all about perfect tennis. One universal swing, one technique that allows you to hit most balls well. So Coach Ryan diagrams the arm, wrist, and hand with a line. Now, even if he drew a proper arm with all the connecting parts, there is a misconception that this all needs to be fixed and constant. And that's why they can only visualize a contact that goes along this one circle. Under traditional tennis, we learn to gain momentum through a Ferris wheel type of swing to ensure that the swing we practice is the swing we use for our matches. That repetition numbs your senses. You, and I'm talking to any of you out there, it doesn't matter about your tennis experience, how much you have, how little you have, you will be able to recognize natural features and robotic features. When someone swings the racket that is embracing the perfect way to swing, well, logically, you would expect to see one version constantly on repeat. This describes what a robot does. If you can incorporate adjustments, big and small, without pre-planning, this is what I learned from Oscar Wegner's modern tennis methodology. You will experience swings that are quite clean with a contact this close to your hips. This box is how I imagine traditional tennis defines the perfect swing. You must follow each of the ingredients to the T in order to succeed. The concept you need to embrace in order for this tip to work is if you believe in one perfect swing. And this tip will convince you that there is only one way your arm needs to be, one way your wrist should be, one way to use your hand on the ball. Traditional tennis teaches you to find the ball through coordination and repetition, so the hand is not actively trying to go get the ball, exactly like a robot. If you believe in this repetition can produce good results. If you can move robotically well enough, you will be able to aim with the precision of a robot. For me, it just doesn't look as pretty. Anything that looks stiff seems awkward and unnatural. And yes, Coach Ryan looks stiff when he shadow swings and also when he hits against the ball machine. The goal is simple. Keep the ball in play, especially when you have the advantage. Aim with a good margin over the net. I even learned this under my coach, Richard Hernandez, through Great Base. It doesn't matter if you are behind the baseline, at the baseline, or inside the baseline, and add topspin to keep the ball from going too far. In my personal experience, there are multiple ways to find the ball. I learned this from Oscar Wegner's modern tennis methodology. In conclusion, I disagree with tip number 2 because it takes away your natural tendencies and because I believe you can enjoy an infinite number of perfect swings.